Yeah, so my bone hasn't healed 100% yet, but with the cast, I'm 100% ready to go. A few more weeks in that, hopefully, and be able to get my hand back.
Do you feel pain when you play?
No, no pain at all when I'm in a club.
How did it happen?
It happened a couple weeks into camp. Just got caught in a face mask and broke my wrist.
I know you might not go against David one-on-one, but you see him on the other side of the line in practice. What does he bring to that defense?
I mean, he's just a freak athlete. The speed, the athleticism that he brings. He's got the speed. He can spin inside like you guys saw. He's got the power. He kind of brings it all to the table. So, as an offensive lineman, we really don't know what we're going to expect when we set back against him. So, he's a really good player to go against in practice.
As an offensive lineman, did you guys have an inkling that you'd be where you guys are right now as a number one in the country in rushing?
We did, yeah. So coming in through spring ball, through camp, we were meshing really well together. And a lot of people on the outside still didn't really believe in us. We believed in ourselves. The same people that are telling us we're great now said we were going to be terrible a month ago. So we're still got that mindset that we got a lot to prove, and that we're going to keep doing what we're doing.
Is there anything you can't do with the club, or anything technique-wise you've had to adjust to play with that?
I mean, I can't grab, so you're not supposed to hold it as an offensive lineman, but getting the hands inside and being able to lock on is obviously an advantage. Being in the club, not being able to do that, had to compensate with my left hand a little bit. Bringing the feet, keeping them alive a little bit more, kind of locking up with the left hand a little bit.
Like you said about the realize that all the doubters and you kind of haven't accomplished anything yet, but how do you maintain that humility, just not looking back and saying, all right, we did really good? How do you maintain that?
We just go week by week. Every team's going to bring something else. Rutgers is going to come in here 3-0, hungry, ready to go, and we just have the mindset that we're going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to run the ball when we need to. We're going to throw when we can. They start packing the box, we'll throw it over their heads.
How would you describe the cohesiveness on the offensive line right now?
I mean, it's the best that I've been around. Compared to last year, it's a lot better. We're all really meshing together. We're just a one big family, Trust the guy to our right and left.
How are meetings different compared to last year? I think Coach Harbaugh said yesterday he walks into the offensive line room and you guys are having a good time, joking around, but also just really seem to get it too. How would you describe what the meetings are
It's definitely more open, free to ask questions, With Coach Moore coming in, he's really brought that sense of family, that he's like a second father type guy. But, at the same time, we're locked in, we're serious, we're asking questions, and, yeah.
Before the first game, was there any doubt you would play, or did you have to say, I want to play?
I did want to play. I definitely didn't want to miss the first game back in the big house with fans. That was my first time in there. So, we talked to the doctor. We figured out that with playing with the club, it wasn't going to hurt it anymore. So, kind of worked in an extra big lineman into the package a little bit. Got some reps at guard as well, just to get my feet wet, because I came back midway through that week of practice.
Are you right-handed?
I am right-handed, yes.
How annoying has that been?
I adjusted. I had surgery on my right hand last year, so I had kind of reverted back to having to use my left hand a little bit, but not as bad, not that bad.
As an old lineman, when you have two hands, does the right hand or whatever somebody's dominant hand is, do you find that that's an advantage at all? And so have you had to learn things kind of backwards technique-wise?
Not necessarily. I shoot both my hands most of the time anyway, so I still shoot my hand, I just can't grab, so I'm just having to lock on with my left a little bit more.
Do you hear all the time, I think it was Josh, maybe in the spring, whatever, called you the best offensive lineman here. You've got Stuper talking you up. Do you hear that, and how do you live up to that?
I do. At the same time, I try not to look at it too much. I still have a lot to learn, a lot to grow, and I just try to bring everything I have and be the best player I can for this team.
Where do you think you need to improve?
I mean, everything. The run game, pass game, shooting the hands, the feet a little bit. Keeping them moving. But, as an offensive lineman, you're learning something new every day technique-wise.